What is going on, everyone? Thanks for watching my video today. Now, if you guys talk to me around the holidays, you just ask me about, talk to me about sports, talk to me about any holiday traditions at my house, just general Christmas small talk. I have probably told you about the fabled sports tree. What is the sports tree? It is, if you go to your local Hallmarks every year, you're probably going to see, a few sports ornaments that are on sale. Me and my dad have had the sports tree where it's just all sports ornaments. We've been doing this for as far back as I can remember. Maybe not my entire life, but I feel like most of it. And I always talk about it to people. I feel like some people would find it cool, so I'm gonna give y'all a tour of the sports tree today. So here it is in its full glory from afar. There's all kinds of stuff on here. At this point, there's so many ornaments that we had to make it start like turning, so we could use the entire tree. Starting up at the top, you got the house divided Cowboys Packers one. There's a ton of Packers and Cowboys stuff on here. There's Brett. This was a tough year for me and Brett. Still my favorite of all time. I mean, he has to be. I can't just lie and say he's not. Tough year for him. Tough year to say you're a Brett Favre fan, but he's still in the tree, absolutely. Then we got Jamal Charles, my first ever fantasy football draft pick. One of the most underrated running backs, I think, we've ever had in the NFL. That's pretty awesome. Got Joe Montana at Notre Dame. I don't really know why we don't have 49ers Joe Montana, but that's the way it is. Larry Joe Bird, Larry Legend himself. He's here. We got Barry Sanders, Detroit Lions, of course. As much as we hate the Penguins, we respect greatness. We got Mario Lemieux over here. There's Phillip Rivers himself. So, this story, here's Allen Iverson. The lights are making him look weird, but the story with Allen Iverson and also Randy Moss, he's here somewhere. I'm trying to order, because me and my dad get new ornaments for each other every Christmas. And about a year or two, I forget how long we've had those ones, I saw on eBay, there was Allen Iverson, Randy Moss. They were cheap. They were I think $10, $12 or something. I was like, oh, this is a bargain. I'm getting Randy Moss, Allen Iverson. I didn't even know they made those guys. And it was zoomed in on them to make them look like they were the size of everyone else. And they're just small ones. And, it's cool to have them because they don't actually make, Allen Iverson Hallmark ornaments. So I'll take having it, but it's a lot smaller. I didn't get scammed because it wasn't a lot of money. But, at the same time, I don't know. It's just an outlier on the tree. But anyway, getting back into things. Patrick Waugh. Great with the Canadians, great with the Avalanche. I've always loved the Avalanche's jersey, so I bought the Avs version of that. There's Muhammad Ali, one of our newer ones. I think that's a pretty cool one, just pretty unique. Jordy Nelson's here. Love that man. Miss watching him play so much. We got Steve Young down here, another great Niners quarterback. Another great quarterback. There's Scottie Pippen, actually. Right there. We got Dan Marino. Another great quarterback. There's A.J. Green. It would be nice if the Cardinals would let him play a little more, but still an all-time great Bengals receiver. There's James Harden. When we got that, if you had told me he would be a Sixer just 2 years later, or 3 years later, whatever it is, I wouldn't have believed you, but there he is. Who else we got here? Kobe Bean Bryant, the late great. Number 8 right there on the ornament. The NBA. This is interesting. The NBA does not have an agreement with Hallmark anymore. So all the NBA ornaments we have are either from the 90s and early 2000s when they still did have the agreement, or it's like toys that we made into ornaments, as you'll see. I'm sure I'll get to one of those in a bit. But I don't know. For some reason, the NBA does not have an agreement with the Hallmark ornament makers, unlike the other 3 professional sports, which is really annoying. Then we got the broadcasting legend himself, Tony Romo. Well-deserved spot on the tree. There's Steph with the Christmas attire. As I said, that's not I hope you guys can see the difference. That is an NBA ornament, but that's not a Hallmark ornament. That's there's Aaron Rodgers. There he is, the man himself. But ornaments like that, that's a little different. I think you guys can see the difference. I would hope. Who else we got? Gronk's back here doing his spike. Shannon Sharp. Skip. Dan Marino already showed. Claude Giroux, the legend himself. Miss him. It's terrible to see him go, but he deserved greener pastures. The GOAT of his sport, Wayne Gretzky with the Oilers. This is the happiest you'll ever see Tim Duncan. Grant Hill's down here. Was a great player in his heyday before all the injuries. Marcus Allen, Super Bowl MVP running back. Then Al Davis decided to make him get benched for 3 years before he finally got out and went to the Chiefs. Dick Butkus, I hate his Twitter. He's always saying some nonsense about the Packers, but he's an all-time great. Gotta respect it. Broncos country. Let's ride. And we got Dak. My dad said let's put him on the bottom of the tree because he was not happy with his performance against the Jaguars. Who else we got? There's my sister's ornaments. This is her contribution. She's a big soccer fan. Alex Morgan, and I'm not sure who number 8 is, but she's a big soccer girl. There's Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Mike Allstott's one of my favorites. This one's awesome. Just, you can hear Chris Berman commentating over his highlights in the background just as you look at him. DeMarcus Ware, the sack extraordinaire. I came up with that on the fly. Cal Ripken Jr., legend of baseball. J.J. Watt, one of the best defensive ends of all. And we got Pat on his way to being an all-time great. Big Ben's down here. I'm sure some people don't like Big Ben, but I don't know. We got him. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson. The tree's going too fast right now. Ovechkin's down here. One of the best we've ever seen. I'm going to go to the side of the tree that's spinning in the right direction. Who else we got? Jason Kidd on the Phoenix Suns. Pretty cool one. Oh, now it's spinning the other way. What is going on? Me and Joe Green. We got him out here. Tony Gonzalez. One of the best tight ends, if not the best of all time. Earl Thomas, who had a weird end to his career, but was great in his heyday with the Seahawks. My man, Clay Matthews. Legend. Ozzie Newsome on the Cleveland Browns. We were desperate for a Cleveland Brown. They don't make Jim Brown, so we bought him. Mike Schmidt. The GOAT Philly. Joe Theismann of Washington Redskins fame. There's Mark Brunell, another guy. We were just desperate for Browns and Jaguars. Like, they don't make that many of them, if any at all. So we were like, anything we can find on the internet, we took. Drew Brees is here, of course, the legend. There's Deion Sanders with the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know, that's just like a really unique one that I found. I thought it was cool, so I bought it. Dikembe Mutombo. No. Legend of the Sixers, legend of the NBA, shot blocking GOAT. We got Michael Orr. I guess they made it because of the blind side. I mean, he was just an average at best offensive lineman, but we have him for some reason. There's McNabb. My dad put him on the bottom of the tree because he hates the Eagles as a Dallas fan. Yeah. Who else we got? Bobby Orr, one of the greatest hockey players of all time. We got John Stockton on the Utah Jazz. This weird Shaq one where his jersey just says Shaq on it. I don't know if you can see that. Mookie Betts on the Red Sox. We got it after the World Series win. Then he got traded, unfortunately. Mark McGwire. Should be a Hall of Famer. I don't care about the PEDs. I showed you all. There's Wilt Chamberlain, of course. One of the best ever. Irvin Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard of all time, in my eyes. This is a pretty clunky video, I'm sure, but... Bryce Harper on the Nationals. I wish we had waited on this one because I'm sure he'll have a Phillies one at some point, but love you, Bryce Harper. You're the man. Bobby Clark, an all-time legend of Philadelphia, the greatest flyer of all time. Richard Sherman, Mickey Mouse playing golf. Cool stuff like that. Cam Newton. Oh, Jerry Rice. Can't miss Jerry Rice. The greatest receiver of all time by a mile. Peyton Manning's up here. Absolute legend. There's the Randy Moss little one I was talking about. The Philly Fanatic, can't go wrong there. Oh, then we have, this is so weird. They don't make Michael Jordan with the Bulls, but we found a North Carolina Michael Jordan, so we got him. Notre Dame. I showed Tony Romo. I probably should have made this video like before we hung up all the ornaments, but it's too late now, so this is the product we get. Here's a better look at Ovechkin and Tomlinson like before. Kurt Warner down here. An all-time story and one of the coolest stories in NFL history. Willie Mays is up here. Adrian Peterson. I hate the Vikings, but you got to respect who I consider to be a top 5 running back of all time. Broadway Joe's over here. John Elway, of course. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Charles Woodson. Maybe the greatest free agent signing in Green Bay Packer history. Him or Reggie White. Michael Vick's up here. Yeah, Vince Lombardi, can't forget him, of course. The Lombardi Trophy is coming home. Maybe one day, not this year, that's for sure. Philly Fanatic in his glory. That really might be it. Let's take a step back here. Anybody I missed? There's the view again. There's also some, like, you know, non-players, but the players are the cool part. I mean, I got a Hall of Fame one from when I went to Canton. Well, we all went to Canton to see Brett Favre get inducted to the Hall of Fame. There's like a Villanova one in here, Penn State ones, of course. Flyers, Phillies, Packers, Cowboys, like generic ones. There's a Drexel one. My dad went to Drexel. There's Lambeau Field. That's pretty cool. Mickey Mouse again, playing golf. The Miami Dolphins. San Diego Padres. We whooped them in the playoffs. There's Gritty. Chiefs. I don't know. Oh, I should probably show there's the Drexel. I should probably show the first one ever, and then we can wrap this up. So this one right here. This, my dad said he got, like, I don't know, in the 80s or 90s. Just an old school Dallas Cowboys one. Oh, here's the Houston Oilers one. That's pretty cool. There's Michael Strahan. I forgot to show him. Hakeem Olajuwon. But apparently that was the first ever sports tree ornament. He told me that. And then, obviously, it took a long time before it actually became a real thing. But I don't know. I guess I don't even remember how it started, but I don't know. I don't think I did a good job doing it justice in this video, but at the very least, I got to show off the ornaments. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thought I'd show it off. Maybe some people think it's cool. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.